Greetings, greetings, greetings. Let me make sure we're good here. It looks like we are. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome to Enchanted Magic. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dawn.
And we're here to talk about Disney World, answer your questions, just have some good chats and all that sort of stuff. We're live on TikTok, YouTube horizontal, and YouTube vertical. We got our new little backdrop going on with Mickey heads. I tried to fix the crease.
And mini heads.
I think it helped a little bit. Let's see here. Let me make sure we're live. We are.
How's it going? How you doing?
Save. I think we're good. Good to see y'all. I know it'll take a few minutes to get everybody on here. Let me get this percolating. I found this shirt.
It's one of the old ones.
Hollywood Studios. That Dawn made in 2022.
And I made the entire family have matching shirts.
Oh my.
I was that person.
So I know a question that came in.
Oh.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that was on here. Thank you for sending a Rose Brook. I don't know what that means, but it says, hey, it cheered. How do I turn the volume down? Left side, bottom button.
The bottom?
Yep.
Okay.
I am live on TikTok this week on my iPhone because my other phone's about dead, and I know zero about the iPhone. I've had it for about 6 months, and I don't hardly ever use it. Let's see. So thanks for the likes. Thanks for the... Y'all met your goal. Okay, we met our goal on TikTok, whatever that means.
That was fast.
Okay. Do you like our new backdrop, Brooke?
It looks very fancy, doesn't it?
I actually meant to message you, Brooke, because I feel like...
Hi, Abigail.
Abigail. I feel like, Brooke, that you sold an iPhone and I needed it for our photo booth 360 thing, but I think that was like weeks ago. So by the time I seen it and thought about it, I was like, it's been too long.
It was too late.
It's okay. This one is the 16 Pro Max or something, and it's fancy.
Our child knows how to use it.
Well, I know how to use it to a certain degree because of an iPad.
I don't know how to use an iPad.
But I'm just so used to using the Android that it's hard to figure out the iPhone.
I love my Android.
There's no back
I don't
button.
care what anybody says.
There's no back button. That's a problem. Anyway, hello, Abigail. Let me see. Here we go. So we got our new backdrop. If y'all hadn't seen it, I know Abigail's seen it. I tried to get the crease a little better.
It looks a little bit better.
I tacked it down a little better, but I don't like the crease being right there ahead. But I had tried. The green screen thing is neat, but it cuts off your head. And every time Dawn with those ears on would lean, it would like cut her whole head off. And if I tried to show something,
it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. So
It was neat to be able to have a different background every time, but I like this better.
Yeah, this is just easier.
I can move.
If y'all are just tuning in, make sure you join our Facebook group. Enchanted Magic. Everything Walt Disney. We got about 8 or 9 people in there now, so we're getting there slowly but surely.
Do it.
Join our Facebook group. Somebody had asked, why did we shoot down Coronado Springs?
We didn't shoot it down. Not all the way.
It was because of the buses.
The bus is the only bad thing about any of these big.
I think it's crazy because I see all the time in these groups, people are like, they won't stay at All-Star or whatever because of the bus situation. But in our experience, the bus situation is way better at the All-Stars than it was at Coronado Springs or Port Orleans because the moderates have got multiple stops. And according to which stop you're staying at and what time of day, like it's a mess. Cause like, at least you know when you leave, first of all, the All-Stars constantly, their buses are rolling in and out. At, let's just say Coronado Springs, we were the first bus stop. So they may be like pulling in with a full crowd that needs to get to the next bus stop. So you're getting in and having to stand up and then slowly try to move. And then if somebody's got to get in with like a scooter, then you got to like completely clear the middle. It's just a mess.
So we're not
If you drove in, I think that might be the way to
Yeah.
go. But if you didn't drive in, I don't think I could. I could do Riverside, I think, again, but I could
Yeah.
not do Coronado Springs. Was
Yeah, so it's not the hotel itself, it's the bus situation. And I
Yeah.
feel like there's not as many buses going
Yeah.
in and out as there.
Yeah, because at both places we ended up waiting over 45 minutes at one point or another for a bus, and that's crazy, in my opinion.
Hello.
We got a number 2 gifter badge, whatever that means. I got to research all this because I don't know anything about how TikTok works. But thank you for sending hearts and badges and roses and flowers and all that.
And
We
somebody
didn't
sent us a cowboy hat one time. That
we
was
didn't
fun.
smell anything, but it did cheer for us. I don't know. I turned the sound off. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, man.
But anyway, so that's our Coronado Springs story.
Yeah, so it's not the hotel.
I'll give their pool area an A+. It's a big pool. They got the big Aztec temple thing. They had a volleyball court.
They had a lot of stuff.
It was weird though because the arcade was over past the pool. So like if it was at nighttime and you want to go to the arcade, you're gonna walk like a half mile, 3/4 of a mile to get there. I don't like that. It's okay. Soon we have never stayed at Pop Century. We've stayed at Art of Animation multiple times, but never at Pop Century. So
Okay.
that's coming up on our list to stay at.
Soon.
And when the summer deals hit, we're going to try to hit like Polynesian Village,
Yes.
Contemporary, all that sort of stuff. And I like to get a little pin every time we stay somewhere new, so that's cool. I think the Polynesian's going to ruin us because it's on the monorail. It's
Oh, yeah.
right there at Magic
is so
or
nice.
Grand Floridian, either one, but it's right there at the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
And
But we also have to remember that we're not going there to stay at the rooms. So we don't need to be paying
we
all,
might.
don't need to be paying all that money.
The only thing I know I don't like about the Polynesian, they do have a neat pool area, but I don't like that it's so close to the back. So like everybody that just shows up like we do to eat a snack or a Dole Whip, you all up in the business
In
of
the
the pool
pool.
people, yeah. So that's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
But you know, back in the day, you could actually swim off the beach of the Polynesian. They had a wave machine.
Oh. Did not know that.
That would have been cool. It didn't last long.
Didn't last long. How's everybody doing tonight?
Let me see if I can tune in to TikTok on here.
So you can read it without us having to
Yeah. How do I do that?
go to. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to.
I don't know.
I mean,
it was
I
a good
can,
thought. It's okay.
but I don't know if you wanted me to.
I'm still. Here's my live stream dilemma, and I know y'all probably don't care.
I care.
If I said Polynesian Village, you couldn't convince her she wasn't Moana. Here's my live stream dilemma. When we, I'm stuck. Okay. When we go and I live stream in the parks, I want it to be very simple, but it's not because I have found out I hate the algorithm situation. YouTube wants you to stream vertical. TikTok is only vertical, but YouTube does it, and you'll get a ton of people on, but nobody actually like staying to watch. It's just people flipping. So horizontal is what people are watching on TVs, and of course still on their phone. I can look at all the statistics after we do it and see like basically if we go horizontal, there's way fewer people watching, but the people that do watch are watching forever, which is good. It tells YouTube promote these people. So what I did last time is I got my little phone gimbal and I put the phone in it horizontal, sideways, and then I clamped another phone clamp onto the side of the gimbal and did vertical, and the vertical one did TikTok, the horizontal one did YouTube, and it kind of works.
I got a lot of views that day that I was.
we got
on
a
there.
ton. It's just bulky. But
And it shakes. The one that's on TikTok, because
Yeah.
it's not very stable, it shakes.
Why do they not make an app that can do, like on the computer, I can do it. That's what I'm doing right now. I can stream. I got one camera going and it'll do vertical, horizontal, send it to wherever. Perfect. But they don't make a phone app that I could just have the one gimbal walking around and it send it everywhere. It makes no sense and it kills me. They also, when we go to Fantasmic, I like to take
Y'all should see his setup.
the R5 Mark II with a zoom lens because the quality is
Perfect.
But they don't make an app that I can be live and then just plug in the camera and hook it all up. I have to stop the live feed, go to another app, plug all this stuff up, and it's so if I bump the thing wrong, it cuts off. So I don't like it.
Sorry.
But I've my God,
I'm sorry.
boogers are all over Mickey. I have looked at our stuff after we got back, and it's definitely a lot clearer and more. If you zoom in with a phone and it's nighttime and it's fantastic, it's all blurry and nasty looking. I don't like that, but I like to be able to zoom in. So I like to be able to use the big camera. Now it is a mess because I have to get there, set up a little tripod like between my legs, pop it up, and get it set up and all that stuff. And if the wind blows on it wrong, it'll stop. So why do they not make an app that I could be live on the phone with a gimbal, perch in our seat, put the phone in the clamp, hook the big camera up, flip over to the camera, and it just worked. But I have tried every live streaming app there is, and it just don't work. And it kills me.
Abigail graduates in 9 days.
OMG.
Wow. Wild times. Sure is.
No joke.
It's crazy. I couldn't think about going back to school.
9 days.
9 days. Good for you.
And then...
What'd you say? Is it middle school?
Then you can move to Orlando and teach. And then maybe have like a spare bedroom and we could move in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just have a spare bedroom and we'll just come. We'll come be
$15 a month, we're in. And
we'll
then
come be your roommates.
It could be perfect. Brooke, if you're on TikTok, you could come visit. It'd be great. It'd be great. I got to figure out when we're going back because
Probably the end of May.
I just don't want to do Memorial Day weekend because it'll be packed. I feel like the last couple visits, well, I guess not, but Easter was busy.
Yes, yeah, Easter was really busy.
And I also want to try an app, a controversial app called Standby Skipper. And
yeah. Jeremy sent me videos about that.
I done downloaded it and did all that, and it basically will help book lightning lanes so you don't have to keep looking. So I'm going to try it out. And it may work, it may not, but everybody says it works.
Yeah, we liked we can't wait to stay there. I like the actual hotel.
I like the vibes of the place. I like the old, I hadn't even been in the new tower, but I like the old Polynesian feels. You could walk. I mean, if you wanted to walk to Magic Kingdom, you could.
Yeah.
You can still walk to Grand Floridian and hop on the monorail and go some places. So I'm looking forward to a Polynesian stay. There's multiple restaurants and all kind of stuff going on.
Oh, you need us to dress up as Star Wars characters on Sunday?
I'm going to tell you what. Oh, that'll be fun. I've watched videos on the tower, and it looks very fancy. I looked up and thought for sure they would be playing Star Wars in the movie theaters over the weekend. Nah. They played it up until yesterday.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it was in the... Oh, but they're just doing...
Episode 3 has been playing and then they stopped. And that makes no sense because I was like, it'd be neat to go see it in the movie theater.
Nah.
And I looked and it stopped.
Maybe I should watch them this weekend.
May the 4th, they are doing a thing at the Bilo Center, or what's it called now?
At the Bon Secours.
Yeah, Wellness Arena, where a live orchestra is going to play the music.
No way.
Well, and if it wasn't a Sunday night at 8 or 9 o'clock, it'd be neat to go see, but it's not going to be good. But that would be neat.
That would be neat.
So.
Yepers.
May the 4th be with you.
She said yes. She said when she gets some money, she said she's a broke college girl.
I would love to know how the Disney college program is because there's a ton of people. So here's my feeling about it. You get to go down to Disney and work for Disney. That's big. But they don't hardly pay you nothing.
Say you don't get paid a lot at all.
And everybody stays in their housing, which takes out more money. And you're staying with like 3 other people, and it seems like it's a big mess. But it would be a neat experience.
I think it'd be fun.
So I don't know. I mean, we're too old. But
no, we're not.
We're not?
No, there was a lady that did it, and she was like 40. I mean, it wasn't like the. Well, I guess so because she filled out the college thing and got accepted. I
Okay.
saw it on, yeah. I don't know if now there's a cutoff, but I know that she did it at some point.
Lori will be there Memorial Day weekend.
We may be.
We might end up being. I don't know.
Who knows? We're last minute people sometimes.
Well, and it's I looked at like, we got a wedding, not Memorial Day weekend though. The week before.
the week before, the weekend before.
I think I looked the weekend before that, but it's so last minute. There's really no hotels available without paying a fortune.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Because that's what we did for Easter. We
what I did enjoy about Easter, I guess. Oh, I lost my voice, and that was a mess.
not good.
But I kind of went into it thinking this is going to be packed. Let's don't buy lightning lanes. Just roll with the flow, and it worked out perfect.
That
I mean,
was nice.
it was laid back. I like when we go for like the October 10 days or whatever, and then we can have a couple days where we're like go 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 go, but then we can have a bunch of days where it's just like
We're chilling, just
whatever.
kind of. If we want to ride it, we'll ride it.
If we want to go do whatever, we go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my favorite times.
Mine too.
Favorite times.
Yep, there's gonna be a bunch of people there.
Somebody had asked,
That glare is messing with my glasses tonight.
how much difference is there in Pop Century and the All-Star resorts? And people, this is something I seen on one of the groups. Speaking of the groups, if you're not in our Facebook group, check us out. I mean, it's nothing big just yet, but I just figured we'd start one. It's called Enchanted Magic. Everything Walt Disney World.
Enchanted Magic. Just imagine. I don't know why that makes me want to sing that every time.
Lori, we've only been, Dawn went a long time ago.
I went in 2005, to be exact.
My first trip ever was in 2022, and I was kind of sketchy about it. But then we came back, and I started researching, and things started clicking, and all the history of stuff and all that. And now we may or may not have been back about every month.
We try to go about every 4 to 6 weeks.
So there's that.
Because we only live we drive is 8 hours, but if we fly, it's about an hour flight from pretty much Greenville or Atlanta. So it doesn't take too long to get down there. We love it. Our daughter loves it. I still don't think that she has grasped the concept that she's a Disney kid and that not all these kids get to go to Disney all the time.
In a nice way, try to tell her like.
And we try to explain it to her, but you know.
Lori, did you just get to 1,000 followers? I think I just saw your stuff pops up. I try to like it when I see it, but I think you got 1,000. That's good.
1,000 followers? What?
Um,
That's amazing. I definitely don't have that many.
So, Pop Century versus All-Star Music, I think is what they were saying. Some people were saying, oh, you'll miss it because of the Skyliner, and other people were like, you won't care. I love the Skyliner, don't get me wrong. And if I got the choice, I would stay at a Skyliner. But the buses are really not bad.
No, not at all.
So.
At all. And honestly, there's not really any difference to the pops, is there?
Just the Skyliner,
Just
really.
Okay.
It's still got the big theme in
They
it
were
and all
wanting to know
that.
the difference between what? The pop?
I think she had worded it like they normally went to Pop Century, but this time it was full, so they're going to have to go to All-Star Music, and she was freaking out, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, yeah, it's not a big deal at all.
And it's crazy to me because All-Star Sports is the cheapest one you can go to. And a lot of people, if you say you're staying at All-Star Sports, they're like, peasant.
I liked it.
But it is, I don't like the theming as much. I'd rather stay at movies if I got to pick an All-Star, because it's got 101 Dalmatians and all this big stuff. But
Mighty Ducks.
it's the first All-Star when you pull in, so you can get, that's the quickest bus stop. It's got plenty of buses. When we went last, where we stayed at, you could cut through like another section of hotels and be right at the front. I mean, nothing's wrong with it.
No, not at all.
So.
Not at all.
I don't mind it.
I'm having some nose problems.
Abigail, how many, do you go to Disney once a year, twice a year, 10 times a year? How much do you go to Disney? I meant to ask you that before.
Abigail needs to go to Disney with us one time before school starts back.
She could.
And you have to start teaching.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would be good and bad, because I guess the summers you would have to play
spring break you would have to play.
But
But
a lot
yet,
of
that's
times-
also when everybody else goes to Disney too.
True. What was I going to say?
I don't know. I interrupted you.
I forgot.
I got my, what I like to call all Disney ears on today. It's got a little bit of each of the parks.
I'm waiting to hear. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Waiting to hear.
Like a Tom Sawyer closing date.
yeah.
I feel like that's been looming for a while. Riverboat situation, all that.
Brooke, are you there?
Who knows? She gone.
She gone.
What did she say? Oh,
What's going on? TikTok.
guest has been caught climbing the tree of life in Disney's Animal Kingdom.
What?
Oh, Lord.
People are stupid. Can I just say? Can I just say that?
Well, it's like if you never want to ever come back here again, here's stuff.
Normally once or twice a year. Last year it was twice. This year it will only be once. So it just depends.
I got you.
That's neat. I'm just surprised that, like, I mean, we have, again, I've been before, but we've discovered the Disney life really late.
We did. It's probably a good thing.
I was going to say, but it's probably good because, just because. We'd probably already be moved down there if we would have discovered it earlier.
But anyway, I was just looking to see if there's anything.
Still not against it, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, I think it would definitely take away a little bit of the whatever being there, but to be able to, like, in the evening just be like, let's run over to.
Let's just go to Disney.
Yeah, let's go over to Hollywood Studios.
Let's have a date night at Disney. I saw somebody do that the other day on TikTok.
That'd be cool.
Let's have a date night.
But with our flights out of Greenville on Fridays, that's going.
That's true. I
Help
think
a
that's
lot.
gonna. Yeah, I hope they keep it that way instead of just for the summer.
People all the time are asking about shoes, what shoes to wear. I need to make like a full blown video, but
You do. You keep saying it like every time.
the Brooks Ghost series are particularly the Ghost Max or Max 2s are our go-tos, and everybody that I know that has bought them loves them. But there's all the Hokas are good, some of the On Clouds are good. It's just like get them broke in, make sure they're good and squishy.
Yeah. Abigail, I was showing Jeremy a couple of pictures from when I went in 2005 at what used to be MGM Studios, and how we were standing like in front of, where were we at? Oh, we were standing like where the Muppets area is at, and there was like, that used to just be buildings behind there before they put like the Star Wars entrance thing. And I showed him a picture of us standing right there taking a picture, and it was wild.
It would be different because like the nostalgia to me. Oops, I'm sorry.
That is really close to you.
I know it. Is Myrtle Beach down
yeah.
on the South Carolina coast, because that's where we always went. Well, I mean everybody in South Carolina goes to Myrtle Beach, but I can go down like the Boulevard in Myrtle Beach and be like, hey, this used to be this and this used to be there, and they tore this down about this. So I could see. I mean, I guess I kind of wish it was like that with Disney. I mean, I research a ton of stuff and know a lot of the history of stuff, but I didn't see it. You know what I mean? But
it'd be like that for our child, though.
Oh yeah,
She'd be like, I remember when it was this, and
yeah, I remember when there was just 4 parks. Now there's 6.
That's her voice for. That's his voice for Joanna.
The Jollywood Nights Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along has won a Brass Ring Award. I did like that show.
You know what? That's not controversial because I wish that they would do that too. She said that she wished they'd bring back the old castle colors.
Yep.
I agree. I liked it. I have a picture somewhere. When we went, it was the 25th something, and the castle
Wrapped in the
looked like candy.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a candy castle.
I had a cousin that went when it was like that, and I remember seeing a picture. I mean, I've seen pictures online.
I have a picture of it somewhere. I thought that was pretty cool.
Everybody wants them to bring back the dream lights or whatever at Christmas, where like the lights were draped, but they said it would damage the paint if they did it again.
Oh.
So there's that. But yeah, I'm curious. The nighttime parade's the next big thing I'm looking forward
I'm
to.
looking forward to that too.
Also, we should be
The villains.
very close to the Halloween tickets getting released.
Yes. I'm excited.
So what I think we should do is we could send Jeremy down there in August to video the first one, and then we could go back in October. But we'll see what happens.
Y'all seen I didn't say anything.
You could watch on the Osborne Family Lights. I've seen videos of that at Hollywood Studios.
He wants me to sit at home and watch it live while he's there.
You know, you be at work making us some money, and I'll be on YouTube making us like a quarter.
Are you gonna take our child?
She can watch.
Well, if I have to work, who's gonna watch her?
We'll send her up there to Abigail, I guess.
It's not like y'all just going to the beach without me. This is Disney.
So we may have already talked about this, but I think we're going to rent an owner's locker on our next trip. And I have discovered them. I found them like
A long time ago.
6 months ago, and we were like, well, will we be going enough to get one? Well, now we've discovered we definitely will be going enough to get one. So basically what it is
Be very helpful.
is a big Rubbermaid. I mean, a big one too.
I should bring our box in here.
Yeah. So just me being me, and I almost made a video about it because I figured other nerds would be very interested in my box making, but I took a big box, cut it apart.
Time out.
Okay.
She would be your best friend forever if you did that. They said she would take her to the
Remind me to
Hershey's
come
farm.
back to the
Okay.
box.
Okay.
I heard that at Hershey Park, you can buy a pass while it's open during the summer, and with that pass, and it was only like $200, you go in and can daily eat for free. So
What?
this was some podcast I was listening to. Some guy was like, if I lived up there, I would just buy that pass, and
Just to go eat.
for lunch every day, I'd just go on over to the Hershey Park and get me a lunch and chill out for 30 minutes and go back to work. And I thought that is very cool.
I had a friend in high school who went to Hershey's, Pennsylvania, and went to the park. And this was before, for Valentine's Day, they would make all these huge things. He came back and he brought me a Hershey's bar. I kid you not, that thing was like this big.
Another thing about parks that I need to say,
Okay,
I've tested recently,
recently.
and now I'm leaning toward being a Ravenclaw.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't be a Ravenclaw. You can't just be like, hey, I'm going to change my house.
I'm not. I've been tested.
Okay.
I woke up at like 4 the other morning, and for some reason I was like, I need to take some more of these tests.
I could see you as being a Ravenclaw. I never really pictured you as a Hufflepuff. Me, yes. You, not so much.
One of them gave me percentages, and it was like 40% Ravenclaw, 30-something Hufflepuff. It broke it down. And then I was like, this is the first time I've seen this. So I started researching, and I thought, you know what, I might be a Ravenclaw.
You fit more into I think so.
I might have to do more testing, but it's possible.
I'm a Hufflepuff. Through and through. I can't ever get any other answers. Anyways, I don't know how that turned into.
Back to my box.
Back to the box.
So, I last Saturday was like, you know what?
We need visual.
I need a visualization of how big this box is going to be. Because, is it a big... I mean, it gives you the dimensions on their website, owner's locker, whatever. So, I crafted this box. Minecraft. And it's a big old box. So,
It is big.
There's different price plans, but the one we're going to get is like unlimited deliveries or whatever. So let's just say for a couple $100 a year, you can get this large Rubbermaid, put whatever you want in it, it locks. They'll deliver it to Bell Services like the day you get there, and they'll come pick it up the day you leave. So we're thinking, all right, now we can leave like deodorant and shampoo and some clothes, even like I usually take Crocs to wear down to the pool, and they take up room, ears, all that sort of stuff we can cram in this Rubbermaid. A fan, I love having a fan by the bed, but of course we never do there. I could order a fan from Walmart, have a fan. Whatever we want to put in there, we can put in there.
Orange Grove.
Right here. Oh. What's going on Orange Grove? California. Oh, I watched videos on it, and it looked fantastic. In particular,
Fantastic.
I watched the Back to the Future stuff they did,
Yes.
and it looked very neat. That's what kills me
Very
is
neat.
it seems, well, I guess it's just because we're on the East Coast, but it seems like they do so much cooler stuff on the West Coast at all the parks sometimes, like the Oogie Boogie Bash,
That and the night, or
Star
what was it,
Wars
the
nights.
90s?
Oh, yeah.
The 90s that
Mm-hmm.
park thing that they had at
Yep.
Disney. Oh, I was so jealous.
Yep. So
That's our next thing. We're getting down to California. We're going.
we're not going down. We're going
Going over. Whatever. Shut up.
I'm on a it's on my radar, but not like an imminent radar. I feel like it'll probably be, let's get through this Halloween season
Yeah.
and then start looking hard at when we're going, because it's really not a big deal. We could buzz down to Atlanta, and it's like a 4-ish, I think 3 or 4 hour flight. I think it's 4.
Yeah.
And
Not
then
bad.
I got to research all the, like, I know the hotel situation is completely different. So basically, we'll be staying technically off property, but there's a whole line of hotels that are still, you should get all the perks because they're only like, what is there, 2 or 3 Disney hotels. Anyway, I got to figure all that out. And the
We'll be
lightning,
heading down that way, though.
The
Or
li-
over that way. Sorry.
the lightning lanes work differently and everything. It's crazy. So,
Yes. Back to the box.
all right,
We
so
can-
I made me a box the size of this owner's locker, and I was like, this is about twice the size as what I thought it was going to be. So I think we'll be able to leave like some clothes, some shoes, toiletries. Like I can order a beard trimmer thing and leave down there, to where we can basically just take a book bag. So
the
Oh,
reasoning
let's-
behind it.
yeah, let's just say on average, when we take a carry-on bag, we never check luggage because we definitely don't need that much
No.
luggage. But if we take a carry-on bag, most of the time it ends up adding a couple $100 for the flights.
But if we have one of these,
But if basically one trip will pay for this owner's locker, and then we'll just start taking backpacks with very little stuff that we need in there. Mostly for me, just electronic crap for this when I live stream.
yeah.
And that'll save money, and we can have like full-sized deodorants and liquids and all
Because
that.
we don't take that much, like shorts and stuff, like pants and stuff. We only take like maybe 2, 3, 4 pair, because we wash the clothes while we're there, just to make it a lot easier, so you don't have to pack so much. I have become a master of packing to make it to where even with the carry on, like the ones that we have to the carry on ones, most of the time, either mine or Joanna's suitcase will be almost completely empty, so that we can have room to bring stuff back. So I feel like we could just do it with just backpacks, and not, especially if we can put like deodorant and shampoo and.
My jaw's
What is
cramping.
wrong with your?
I yawned and my jaw cramped.
Oh,
But yeah, that way, and like I usually take a tripod and all that for when I do hook up the big camera
just
for
leave
like
that there.
Phantasmic. I can just leave a travel tripod in that box, and basically
just take your
we'll
shot.
never have to pay for any luggage stuff, and just take our backpack, and it'll be easier getting on and off the plane where everybody's wanting to fight to get their luggage. We'll just be like and off.
Boop, 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 boop.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Just trying to make it easier on us.
And then also we make our little Walmart order, and usually have leftover like waters and some snacks, like we could leave in there. Some we could, some we couldn't, but we could leave all that stuff instead of either throwing it away, or I'll try to post in the groups and be like, hey, we're in room
Yeah,
whatever, we're leaving in the morning. I just set all the stuff outside the room, come
our
get it.
liquid IVs and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
so that'll be good.
And it's a big box.
It's a very big
It's a
box.
big box.
It's way bigger than I was thinking it would be.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we could even take those little vacuum seal bags, even if we
that's what I was planning on doing, because I think, like, I don't know that I'm gonna leave my Roosevelt shirts or not, even though that's the only place I wear them. That's what I keep thinking, though. Is like, that's the only place I wear them, unless it's on here.
Yeah.
So maybe I should leave them, but I may leave like a
I was gonna say, you
couple
can leave a few.
pairs of shorts, this, that, and other.
He said he was gonna leave his Mickey shoes there.
That's the only place I wear mine. Oh, you got yours on now.
I have mine on today. I rotate my shoes though. I have like 8 or 9 pair of Brooks, and I wear them because I'm on my feet all day. I work at a hospital, so I wear one pair every day. Ish. But yeah, I got my Minnie Mouse shoes on today. Somebody stopped me today at work and was like, "Let me see your shoes," and I showed them. She's like, "Are those Minnie Mouse shoes?" I was like, "Yes, they are."
I was surprised on our last visit how many people stopped us that
Oh,
seen
I
them
know.
in the park. We seen like maybe 3 other
Yeah, like,
couples or whatever with them or people with them, but a lot of people stopped us and was like, "How'd y'all get those? How they
or they would be like,
feel?"
"How do they feel? Did
Yeah,
you like them?" I love them.
of course, girl.
So I liked them a
So I'm
lot.
looking forward to the owner's locker. But anyway, they basically once you get it, they give you a dashboard and you can like you put in what day you're checking in, checking out, and you can track it. Like they'll scan it when they pick it up, they'll scan it when they put it back in the warehouse, and the warehouse is like air conditioned and everything. So I think it's gonna be neat.
That was my one question because I was like, "We put deodorant in there, it's gonna melt."
Yeah, I think it'll be a neat deal.
Yeah, me too.
And then we'll have a bunch of stuff down there. We can. I don't know. Would we want to order like a big thing of laundry detergent or not? I guess we could just buy a bunch of little packs.
Little packets. That way it don't take up too much room.
Yeah.
It's about time to go back to the chiropractor.
Didn't she? Did she text you this week?
I think she's out of town.
She left yesterday.
Yes, yeah. So I'll have to wait. I'm gonna tell y'all this new chiropractor I found. She's weird, but she helped me. She I'm not even kidding. She adjusted my jaw. And I had surgery on my arm in high school, and I've never been able to completely rotate it, and I can do it now. She was good. She was really good. But I liked her a lot. She was what did she say? A sports.
She's
Something,
certified for all kind of
something, yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
She had all kind of certifications and.
I'll tell you somewhere else I'm looking forward to staying at, and I think it'll be a different stay, but that is the boardwalk.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because it'll be, or even
It would be different though.
Or even if we stayed across the pond at the beach club or something, because you'd still be right there, you could walk over there. But being able to walk into Epcot, walk into Hollywood Studios,
That would be neat.
and also walk a little bit and be at the Skyliner and could mosey around, I think it'd be cool.
I might would get spoiled with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ouch.
I'm just looking on this group.
Gotcha. Holy moly.
What?
Those wait times.
Very low. I've heard that after Easter, there was like an 18% drop immediately. Oh, has anybody ever met this guy, Eddie Maserati?
There's a glare.
It's an older fella that dresses very wildly at Disney Springs and is there, I guess,
We never see him.
well, he's there at night for like
Oh.
the little concerts and he's jamming
'cause
out.
we're never
Look at him
there.
right there. He is rocking and
That
rolling.
is crazy. Did he have sunscreen on his face?
It looks like it. I can't tell.
He's got something on
Here's
his
a
face.
picture somebody had posted.
I don't know what it is.
Anyway,
Has anybody ever seen him when y'all were there?
I will say I was watching a live stream from somebody in the middle of the day and he popped up. But anyway.
I'm trying to think of my people that I watch on YouTube and TikTok that are from California. Let's see if Mr. Orange Grove has seen them. If they went to Disney or Universal.
They call him Eddie Maserati. You have to search it in.
Nope,
search
never
it
seen
in.
that man.
Search it in some of the big Disney groups.
Oh, he
It's
does.
funny. People post. It's like he's like a local celebrity. I mean, he don't do any kind of social media, but he's just there
That's funny. He needs his own
vibing. Yeah.
page.
I think we talked about it last time, but we got our TSA pre-check.
Yes, mine finally came. Well, when last time we talked, his had just been approved. Mine's been approved. I'm official.
So we got that. I'll be curious to check it out. I seen the other morning it popped up that like MCO wait times were crazy or whatever, and I thought, I wonder how quick the pre-check would be.
Oh yeah.
But we got those.
Oh man, I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was. Before you said that.
Somebody posted Disney typically kicks off its excitement about Halloween halfway to Halloween, which should be taking place sometime soon. Last year it was on May 6th, so we should be getting some tickets soon.
Oh, we also saw last time we went to Disney Springs. We also saw the Christmas tree.
It
She
was
had
funny.
little Easter eggs on her.
I put a video on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Definitely watch it. It was funny. I didn't know that it went around all year. I thought it
didn't
was
either.
just at Christmas, and we seen it at Christmas, but not like talking to us. So they were talking to somebody, and we walked up, and I thought it's gonna come over here, and sure enough, here it came.
We were walking out of the little, what is the store called? The Craft. Anyways, we are getting Joanna's Minnie or Mickey ear things, monogrammed. But we were coming out of that store, and I heard it. I was like, I hear her. Where's she at? And then we looked over and seen. I think my favorite thing that she ever says is, "Have you met my mom?"
Yeah, and then
You want to see her?
She
And then she strolls over to the
tree, and she's there. She is. It was a
There
big
she
oak
is.
tree. That was funny. The whole video
My
is
name is
on
Douglas Fur.
the
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Y'all have to check it out. It's funny.
They told Joanna had hurt her arm, and she told her to stick her arm in the tree, and she said, you know,
She kissed it. She was like,
yeah. Anyway, it was funny.
it was really cute. And then she says she liked Jeremy's shoes.
I don't know how that thing sees, but yeah, she picked out my shoes
We
and
were
what
looking
was on
everywhere.
them, and even the little details on my shirt. She's like, "Oh, it's got Goofy and Mickey," and I was like, "Dang." So I don't know how that thing works, but
Me either, but
coming down November 9th, what kind of clothes should we pack? Everything. Probably be still hot,
yeah.
but don't mistake in December like we
Take
did.
a light long sleeve shirt at least.
We went in December, and I didn't take any. I took a very thin hoodie, and I took like one pair of pants, and was like, "Won't need them." We froze to death.
Jeremy had to buy a sweatshirt,
I mean, I had to buy a thick,
a thick sweatshirt.
When we went to Jollywood Nights, I mean, it was like 29 degrees.
It was not that cold. It might have been that cold. It might have been that cold.
The wind was like 20-something miles an hour. It was
the wind.
Crazy.
That wind killed me. We had to buy Joanna, like I bought her a blanket. Lord have mercy, I can't even talk. I bought her a blanket, hat, and gloves because it was freezing. But I knew better. I knew we should.
That trip, and then I want to say that we went early February maybe, or we went a week before Valentine's Day. It was still cold then.
But it was better though. Like it wasn't like kind of cold, but it was still.
Oh, in December we were like, and that's when we stayed at.
But people said that was very odd though because it's not.
I know. Well, I feel like the people I had been watching had never made mention of it being that cold ever. So maybe it was a weird year, but I mean, it was cold is not the word.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it because we were out at nighttime most of the time.
Yeah, I would have definitely packed a lot different.
But yeah.
I want to know more about the swan and dolphin.
Swan.
Because they're not technically.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is it Disney?
I mean, they get the perks, but they don't have Disney buses.
Oh.
But they're also kind of walkable. It'd be a long walk, but over toward like behind the boardwalk. Also, the Fantasia mini golf is over there. But from my understanding, you can't just come in there and park. So you got to park somewhere and go through the boardwalk. So it's just a weird thing. I don't know. I don't understand. And if you look at the prices, they are as much or more than any Disney resort. So what would make you stay there, not get any bus transportation, only get the early entry perk, and either have to drive or walk a long way? Don't make no sense.
Maybe.
I got to do more research.
I guess just if everything's full and you want to stay. I don't know.
I filled up 2.5 pages of my Disney Pinfolio.
Yes.
I'm proud of that.
And he showed it to Joanna, and she was like, I want one.
Well, I gave her my blue felt Mickey pen holder thing that was full.
She don't need one of those portfolio things. Not yet, anyways.
I agree. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he said they fly into Sanford.
Really?
And I was like, well, I understand it'd be nicer because it's a small airport, but I don't understand.
It's a longer drive.
It's another like 25 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. But he said they always rented a car.
Oh.
So I guess, but anyway, he said
that would be neat to try one time.
they fly out of Asheville, and I was like, but listen.
Just listen.
I was like, why would you drive 2 hours north?
Where are they from, though?
Townville.
Oh, okay.
Why would you drive 2 hours north and then still fly into a airport that's like an hour away when you could either just fly out of Greenville, that's right here on top of us, and be 30 minutes away,
Right.
or drive 2 hours south to Atlanta, closer to Disney, and do a quicker flight. I don't know. He said his daughter planned most of their trips, but he's been going since it opened in October of '71.
Wow.
He it's basically a friend of my daddy's, but when we first went, he was like, "How'd you like it?" And I was like, "I don't know," and he was telling me all about it, and then now he knows the whole story, and he's like, he said, "I heard you've been back." I said, "Maybe a few times."
Maybe once or twice.
Because I think I seen him right before we went last October. Let's see here.
Just seeing if anybody was on.
In my DVC research,
Oh, Lord.
one perk I have found is you get to buy the lower level annual pass. So instead of spending the $1,550, you spend $1,200. A savings. But I still.
But how much are you going to be spending on the?
I mean, we'd $40,000 or $50,000. That's why I can't figure out. I still have yet to figure out how that, in the long run, saves any money.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. And I have tried my best to make it make sense.
To make it worth it.
That's a good picture.
Oh, that is a good picture.
That guy was also telling me that they do the dining plan and feel like it saves money and is easier. And I was like, explain that to me.
How many of them are they?
I think he said 6 or something.
See, that might.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know how much you've looked into it, but I guess maybe I should just look into the dining plan a little bit more, because I just don't see how it would save us any money, because
yeah, and I don't think you could be as sporadic. You better have some stuff planned out.
And we're just too sporadic.
We were in line for Nemo and Friends, and I was like, Garden Grill it is. Book. And a few minutes later, we were there to see Jeffrey.
And we were there to see. Was that
I zoomed in on him.
Okay.
And I even let me show you real quick.
Okay. I try to watch all of our videos that you post, but sometimes I just.
I'm gonna see if I can play the audio on here. Jeffrey was funny. All right, so we're meeting Chip, and Jeffrey was our server, and he would always take my camera and take a picture of us. But I had my.
What's that thing? I'm on TV.
And Dawn was like, "You probably will be."
You will be.
He was funny. But Jeffrey took pictures for us with my camera, and I had my little stand-up camera actually we're using
we're using to
on the table, like as the characters came by, and he was like, "What is that?" And I said, "It records you."
He said, "I'm on TV."
Yeah. So I put on the video, asked for Jeffrey. Jeffrey was good though.
Jeffrey was good. He gave us a lot of information about, because we had talked about something about moving, and he was like, "It's expensive even to rent," and I was like, "Oh, I know. That's why we're not there already." But he was nice. Very nice. We have Jeffrey there, and then we have, was it Lloyd?
Lloyd is our buddy.
Lloyd is our man at
he's a little fella at Trattoria Al Forno. And if you go there, for the love of God, please request him. He is very detail oriented, and like when we first went, we were like, "Lloyd, tell us what to get to eat," and he in great detail described what we needed to get and why and all this. So
and
we
always 2 times.
Yeah, we asked for him, and we'll keep asking for him. But he's good. He's very good. Trying to think of who else. Those are the main 2. I don't think we got anybody else
I don't think so. We do like a lot of the little cast members that are like out at the beginning of the parades.
So
we do those.
TikTok showed me one the other day, and it's Anna.
Is that the one we recorded?
Anna's from Georgia, and she gets with it over sort of Hall of Presidents area is usually where she tends to the parade, and gets everybody out of the way before it comes. But she dances and does like the fake choreography before it gets there and all this stuff. Her and her buddy, but she sings. She's got a TikTok.
I started following her.
Well, I think when we got back, I seen somebody post something about her, and I seen her comment. So I tagged her in that video that I made, and of course we chatted for a minute, and then I seen she sings, and then we've seen her like
We've
once or
seen her
twice
once
more.
or twice. Yeah.
So anyway, she's a trip. But yeah, if you watch the parade anywhere near Hall of Presidents, look for her. And she's on TikTok, and people post videos.
One time we seen her, she had on the little, the little miniature hands that you can stick on your fingers. She had the little miniature hands on, and she was like giving people high fives.
The other one I really liked for the parade was that guy right at the hub.
Oh yeah, I had his name somewhere.
We always put in like cast compliments for him or whatever, but he was really keeping everybody laughing and stuff before like the floats got there.
He was calling all the little girls princesses.
Yeah, he was funny.
But he was really funny. He was tall, skinny.
Yeah, I can't think of what his name was.
I got it somewhere on my phone. I
I
always have to take a picture and zoom in so I can see there.
Because somebody had posted a picture or a video of Anna on TikTok and was like, I don't know who this is, but she was great, and blah, 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 blah. And people were commenting, and finally, and a lot of people were saying, oh, we've seen her. So I just went back to my video, and I was like, I put it on there. That's Anna, whatever. So that's pretty cool.
It was fun. Funny. I like to pick out all the nice people.
I'm ready for Hall of Presidents to reopen, really for no other reason than it's fixing to be summer, and it's going to be cool in there. And there's a lot of animatronics that are neat to think about how that works. I'm ready for something to happen at Animal Kingdom because I have always fought people on that being a half-day park, but it is, unless you're going to do like every trail and every little nitpicky thing, it really kind of is a half-day park at this point because Dino Land's gone. My heart's broken. Triceratops spin is down. Took apart.
The dinosaur's gone.
Concrete source.
Gone.
But anyway, it's like you can bounce up in there in the morning and do Flight of Passage, Navi River, Kilimanjaro Safari, Expedition Everest, and Dinosaur on the way out and do it all in like 2 to 3 hours and bounce up out of there. And you've basically done everything. Now, you hadn't got on the train and went to the conservation station to greet the goats and all that, but
I do say do that, though.
I got a call approximately 2 hours ago asking, would we be interested in a goat? And I was like, no. I said, but I will mention it to Dawn, and I'm now mentioning it to Dawn.
No.
Okay, just making sure. But I gave him a hard no.
No, that's a big hard no.
Both of Nick's goats.
Them fat ones?
They're not fat. They're impregnated.
Oh.
They're about to drop
They have little kids. I still don't want one. I still do not want one. Could you see that thing? That thing would jump our fence and
It'd be a mess.
in the neighbor's yard. No.
It'd be a mess.
Now, if you ask my child.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say nothing around her.
No, don't. That's a hard no.
But anyway,
I don't want to
do go see them things at the Animal Kingdom.
And go do the drawing.
I want to do that again because that was
fun.
And it was what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, and they were entertaining. And there's lots of good shows. The Festival of the Lion King, the Finding Nemo, Big Sea and Beyond, all that's
Festival
great.
of the Lion
But
King.
even if you did all of that, I think you could still be out of there at like 1.
Abigail says, no, don't say that about Sweet Animal Kingdom.
I know, and I don't want to say it. But
I love it.
I feel like they need to
hurry up and
get the Encanto stuff up.
knock it
ASAP.
up. Yes.
Don't knock it up.
We don't need no more kids.
But they need to get that going like right now, and they need to add more stuff than that. And I don't know what that is, but they need to get it going.
I know. What were we talking about one time
they ain't
about?
got much time. That was a Tally reference.
Weren't we talking about something the other day about what like areas we think would be cool at Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, they need like some.
I think they
King,
need like a
Lion
You
King.
were saying something about either Lion King or like the Jungle Book. You were saying something about,
Oh,
or maybe
yeah.
that was just a.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
That would be neat to have like a Jungle Book
Right
area.
now, immediately.
Why is it we did the same exact face?
If I'm old Josh, tomorrow I'm gonna put something in that big old pond that's got seats for 5,000 people.
Yes.
I don't care if it's just Mickey Mouse out there on a boat
Do
floating around.
I cannot talk tonight. Do a boat parade.
Anything. It could just be a boat parade with the characters waving. It don't matter. And do it twice a day. But there is literally seating for like 5,000 people.
that they're not
in
even using.
a huge lake or pond or whatever, and people just go out there and sit and eat, and it hadn't been used since the middle of 2022.
Because they stopped it right before we went, didn't
Yep.
they? Yep.
That is crazy to me.
Crazy. Do something with that lake. Put something on it.
And I feel like they need to do more to promote the two big shows, the Nemo show, and Festival of the Lion King.
That is like one of my favorite shows. I love that Festival of the Lion King. If you have not seen it, go see it.
Yep. And I mean, they got some banger restaurants, and they got all the stuff, but there needs to be more
things to do.
Once they get the Encanto stuff open. I mean, we're talking a couple of years down the road, but that'll help. But they need to do something with the pond.
They need to hurry up with that Zootopia.
They need to do, I don't know, but they need to add some more stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oh, can you do that or no? What do you got to do?
What am I doing?
TikTok makes us verify. Oh.
What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm supposed to line it
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Stop.
TikTok, after so many minutes, makes you do a little puzzle so it don't think you're a scammer.
My bad, YouTube. I just put my hand like all up in your face. They do. Well, not even a nighttime show. It doesn't even have to be a nighttime show. I will say though,
just stay open later for one.
That's true.
In December, they stayed open till I think 8, but in December it's dark.
They did that thing on the tree.
Yeah, they did the show on the tree, and that was great. And it didn't make any super loud noises to mess with any animals or whatever. And it was a ghost town. Actually, I got pictures
somewhere.
I think I got them on one of our albums, and I just walked around and snapped pictures, and there was hardly anybody out and about. But they did.
I know why they don't stay open long because of the.
And over there, at the Valley of Moara, it's got all that bioluminescent paint in the ground,
yes.
And they got the black light shining down, so it's all like glowing. I mean, it is very neat at night.
It is really neat.
I don't know if they could do something at the front of the park. I mean, they could do stuff that wouldn't mess with the animals' sleeping patterns.
That's true. I agree.
So,
Animal Kingdom,
get it together.
Do better.
I ain't kidding though. Like tomorrow, I would have some kind of a show on that water.
And it wouldn't be hard.
Nope.
Because they already have those characters that come out on the boat every now and then.
I hadn't seen them on our last 2 visits.
I didn't see them either.
And it may be because we wasn't there later in the day, but I feel like previously we seen them all the time.
Yeah.
Now I don't never see them.
And Bovine is Divine. I was like, wait, they don't sound right.
I hadn't seen her a couple visits.
And again, like I said, we don't stay there long. Shut up. I knew it was something.
Bovine.
Bovine. What is that? Bovine. Is that even anything, or is that just a word I made up? Maybe I made it up. I thought it was something.
Oh my God. I'm just changing the subject. Anyway, Animal Kingdom, please get it together. And I hope the Encanto stuff is very nifty. Because even before our time of visiting, in Dino Land, they had the Primeval Twirl, which was that mouse roller coaster. And they took it down the year we went. And it was in the parking lot.
Oh.
Yep. That would have been another attraction. And we will be riding this summer Cali River Rapids. Because we never rode it. But we want to do it when it's hot and when we're either headed back to the hotel or definitely have some clothes with us.
Yeah. Nobody said anything.
But just staying open at night and having just do it on the weekends. I don't care. And have the Tree of Life show and let people go look.
Thunderstorms.
Let people go look at all the glowing stuff in Pandora.
Thunderstorms is heading our way.
It rained on us today. Let me look right here.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was raining.
Just don't say nothing about no thunderstorms.
They lied.
I think we're good. Anyway, Animal Kingdom of all places needs to get it together. I'm even concerned. Where is the Astro Orbiter?
I saw something that said it was supposed to be back
I'm gonna Google
sometime in the summer.
Well, that's what all they're saying, but they're very tight-lipped, and it worries me.
And it is gone. Like gone. Like
they must
nothing.
have stripped that thing down to the bolts.
It's
you know what I mean?
Completely gone.
It's just articles about it leaving. Yeah, because they put up walls and crane that thing off the top of the people mover, and it's just empty.
Yeah.
And I thought, it'll be like this for a month, but it's been like 3 or 4 months. So,
I hope they like.
what does this say? A construction permit has been filed.
For reassemble. Were they going to put the same seats? What were they doing? Just painting them or something?
Just greasing it up.
I feel like they needed to put bigger seats.
They need to do something.
2 adults could not get in there together. Let me just tell you.
It was bad. And that was our first ride on it, and it was not. And that thing goes.
That was scary.
I was thinking, please don't kill us.
I'm about to fly out of this thing. Are they ever gonna? She said, "I got a question. Are they ever gonna renovate Spaceship Earth?"
I don't know. Like, I really love Spaceship Earth, and I hope they don't. To me, I kind of hope they don't do anything major to it in a way. But and I feel like I want to ride it every time we're there, but it never makes it through the poor little thing. You get to go up through there,
and it struggles.
It stops, and it stops, and it stops, and it stops, and it's like, what is going on with this thing? So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
And it's gotten to the point now where you know where it like turns you backwards when is it backwards when you're going back down? Mm-hmm. It's like,
oh yeah, jerking. You know, because they're opening the Spaceship Earth lounge thing sometime this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Behind it. That'll be neat. But no, I don't know what they need to do to Spaceship Earth. But I will say this, to be such a iconic part of Epcot, it needs to wow people.
It does.
And it's kind of like not wowing people.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? I mean, I love to thank the Venetians as much as the next person, but it's just them old animatronics.
I was gonna say, at least update the inside of it.
Something.
Make it. But I mean, I know it takes a lot of money.
Epcot is one place I'm sort of glad I didn't go to, like when I was a kid, multiple times, because so much has changed. Because there was like Horizons and all these things that have been tore down, the Life Pavilion or whatever it's called with Buzzy and all that. That would be very nostalgic to not see anymore. But I think, in my gut feeling, my gut feeling is in the next little while they're going to announce a Figment update, and I just hope it's a good one, and I hope they bring back Dreamfinder.
Yeah.
Because the first ride was like 3 times the length it is now, and it went upstairs. Then they did a second version, and it only lasted like a year, and it was like stupid. Like, they took everything out of it. Then they put Figment, and the way it is now back, I think, a good while back now. But even, I was looking at it last time we were on it, and like, the sound didn't work when you get to the iLab. The screens were real glitchy on that first stop. And for a while now, on the last stop, where it goes, imagine it, there's one board that's broke, so you can see through there. So it needs to be worked on.
And honestly, from my years of going when I went, I don't remember Epcot at all. Like, it's just not, there's just not things about it that just like wowed me.
Abigail, do you follow that guy on Twitter that stole Buzzy? If you don't, you need to. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
I don't even know if I'm on Twitter.
This is going to take me a minute.
Now you're going to keep her up forever.
She's probably already watching this guy.
She says it keeps her up at night. She probably is.
Anyway, I can't find the guy's Twitter handle, but the guy that stole him has got a Twitter account, and he worked at Disney, and in the Cranium Command was Buzzy, this little animatronic fella, and he basically, the place had been shut down for years and years, and he went in there and stole him. And the police found evidence that it was probably him that stole it, and they pulled him into the office, and he tried to play cool. And they had already looked in his car or something and seen he had articles of clothing off of this animatronic and they had pictures of it, so they took his phone and seen where he had stole it, and I forget what all went. But he went to jail.
Oh Lord.
But he had sold some stuff on eBay to Disney collectors and made like 50,000 or what?
He like skinned him.
Yeah,
His head.
yeah.
Oh Lord.
I wish I could think of the Twitter account because he pops up all the time.
That's crazy.
Hang on, I'll find it. You keep talking.
How did I not know that? I don't think you've sent me any of this stuff. That's crazy.
Because this is like deep history lore. And I figured you'd just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about Cranium Command here.
Okay.
You can go on YouTube and watch old videos of it.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
I'm surprised she hasn't popped up with a name yet because y'all seem to be on the same wavelength. I don't know.
Patrick Spikes.
Patrick Spikes.
PSA, I won't be trespassing or participating in anything illegal at any Orlando theme park. At this point, I'm just posting old content or user-submitted content. I very often visit non-Disney parks as a normal guest. Only good, clean fun at this point in my life. There's Buzzy.
Oh, no.
So he's got... Let me show her this. You probably follow him, but this is the guy.
She would be on this one.
Oh, over here. I gotta show you some stuff. Here's a Small World doll for $95,000.
Good Lord. That's freaky. Could you imagine coming into our house and seeing one? No.
Here's the back of the Figment ride with the mirror and the butterfly.
Huh. What is that?
That is a Space Mountain Pepper's ghost effect, where they're kind of like on Haunted Mansion, where they have the ghost dancing.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Here's ImageWorks above the Imagination Pavilion.
Holy moly.
Let me keep looking. Here's stuff from the Great Movie Ride. There's Buzzy's gloves. This is, I gotta show you this. This is the subway in the Utilidor underneath Magic Kingdom. Do you know how much I wanted to
Would
either...
you say that again?
This is the subway in the Utilidor underneath Magic Kingdom for the employees.
Really?
And if you look on Google Maps, it'll show you, like, not far in front of the castle there, like, subway. And it's like, what? And so I read there's a subway down there. And I've always wondered, like, what? And this guy posted a picture of it. There's the subway in the Utilidor.
Is he supposed to do that?
No. But we get to see it.
But you get to see it. Would that be something that they show you at the...
Maybe. Look, there's a peek at the Utilidors underneath Magic Kingdom.
Holy crap.
There's also Utilidors underneath Epcot.
She said, ooh, that's Buzzy's head as his profile.
Let me keep looking real quick. There's the maintenance manual for Pirates of the Caribbean.
That is crazy.
Here's Body Wars, which is over there near Buzzy.
I can't believe that he doesn't get all that stuff shut down.
I don't know how I think a lot of this people probably send to him or something. I don't know.
Oh. And he just posts it because he don't care.
Wonders of Life, the empty gold dome at Epcot.
They need to do something with that.
Here's what's left of Cranium Command.
She's out of here deleting Twitter.
Had you not followed this guy? I figured you had.
God.
I don't even know how I crossed paths with him, but I'm going to say it was about a year ago. I mean, that I just found his account.
I don't know how you do a lot of the things that you
And
find out.
Giant Mickey gloves that I stole at some point.
Oh my God. Feet.
That would be, whose feet are those? He's in like the costume.
Oh, it's the Wreck-It Ralph.
Yep, that is wild.
Stop it. She's deleting Twitter. Oh my God.
You know, on Spaceship Earth, when you get to the newspapers and there's a boy facing away from you, extra, extra, there's his face.
No. I would lose sleep over that.
Who is this?
First time hearing about him, that's wild.
This is something inside Pirates. One of the animatronics.
Now you're going to make me go try to find him.
Here's a drained jungle cruise.
Is that a hippo?
That's the hippo. See, it's down on a stilt that it rolls, basically.
That is crazy.
There's Buzzy in all his glory. Look at that fella.
Buzzy. There's Buzzy.
All right, I'll stop looking in a minute.
He goes down rabbit holes and he can't help himself.
Here's like all the character, how their makeup's supposed to be and everything.
That's crazy. So it look. Disney's on point. I'll tell you. What?
I guess that's where Buzzy was at. Is that Daisy?
Looks like it. Anyways.
Oh, there's a good one. Hang on. There's Flick before he comes out of the ceiling in that hole right there. Tough to be a bug.
That's interesting.
I don't know how he takes them, and I definitely don't know how he puts them on the internet. And
what was that?
I don't know how without getting in some major trouble. But I'm here to see it. Look, he's backstage behind the curtain at the Country Bears. He's actually the one, I think, Dreamfinder head. I think he posted that there's a lot of storage from old rides inside Space Mountain. Like in the bottom, there's just random junk. And somewhere else he posted, there's just a bunch of random stuff.
That's crazy. Anyways.
Anyway, I don't know. I went down that rabbit hole.
Jeremy could be lost for hours.
Yeah. I guess we should get off here at some point. I didn't have too much of an agenda.
I just like talking to him.
But that guy is very interesting. I like seeing. Well, I'm surprised they don't have a lawsuit on him.
Oh, I know.
If because I don't see how you could post that and not get in trouble. But he must know somehow how to do it. I think there's videos about him, and I'm pretty sure he went to jail and then had to pay back a good chunk. But then I think he got a lawyer involved and somehow got out of some of it maybe. I don't know. But there's all kind of videos about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's Dreamfinder's head. I hope when they do redo Figment, because I'm sure it's coming, I think everybody wants Dreamfinder back. I'd like to know, do they have that whole... I don't know if you've ever watched the original ride, but Dreamfinder was basically on this hot air balloon apparatus. It reminds you of something off like Willy Wonka. But I wonder, do they have that whole apparatus stored somewhere, or did it just get trashed? Because it seems like, from watching all these accounts I watch, Disney rarely throws stuff away. They store it, and then people like this guy take pictures of it. So it makes me wonder, where are the Triceratopses? Because somebody took a picture over the fence, not recently, but after they took it down, and all the little Triceratopses were just lined up, sitting there. So if they probably stored them somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
And maybe
I want to know how they took that big dinosaur down.
I guess they just hit it hard with a crane, and then
like he's gone, like demolished, gone.
Oh yeah, there ain't no way you'd move that big, made out of concrete.
I know.
I wonder if the little Triceratopses are in the bottom of Expedition Everest or something.
Maybe.
I still think they should have took that ride I mean, really, they could have moved it somewhere else in Animal Kingdom. They could have moved it to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios don't have any, well, I guess Epcot don't either, but any round and around rides.
I know.
And Magic Kingdom's got multiple.
Yeah.
Magic Carpets, Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Yep.
Dumbo.
I love Dumbo.
Me too. I'm tired.
I guess we'll get off here.
I've been up a long time.
We'll get off here. Today's Thursday. One day coming up, I got to make a video. I woke up one morning like 2 hours early on this last trip and walked all around All-Star Music and videoed. I need to put all that together. I've got some Magic Kingdom stuff, but I didn't have a voice, so I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that and see how I'm going to put it together. I still got multiple videos I need to do from this last trip.
Because he was trying to tell me through his eyes
Say this.
what I needed to say, and I was not saying it right.
I need to come up. Maybe y'all can help me. Maybe Abigail can help us.
Maybe.
We need a good... My favorite video we've done in the park was the time I took Joanna and we split up and Dawn went separate. And we basically said, we got 2 hours at Magic Kingdom. Who can do the most stuff? But for some reason, maybe I need to change the thumbnail or something. It didn't get a ton of views. But to watch it...
It was our best one, I think.
I like it because it cuts back and forth. It's like, all right, Dawn's doing this. Now let's cut back to Jeremy doing it. Now let's cut back to Dawn. I liked it.
Me too. We need to do more things like that.
Something like that or something poppy.
I still want the thing where you and Joanna go off and do your little rides, and I stay on Main Street and do everything. Yeah.
So with a live stream, we can do that. We can do a multicam thing, and it'd be like...
We could be texting each other, be like,
Yeah,
hey.
Dawn would be like, all right, Jeremy and Joanna is about to get on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We're going to cut to them. And then we cut to me, and I'd talk. We'd do the ride. We'd walk off. I'd say, all right, back to Dawn, watching the Dapper Dans. And then boom, and we'd run to get on Dumbo. Whatever. That'd be neat.
She said that video was fun.
We
thought so, too.
The Epcot one, not so much, because it got busy really quick, and it just kind of was like, stop. But I need to come up with more, like, fun...
True.
I feel like I get all these ideas in my head, but then we get there and either we're running late or whatever, and I'm just like, and I back off of it. But I need to come up with like, what if we did? Oh, I'm so sorry. What if we like visited somebody else has already done this, but visit every Disney hotel on property in the one day, or
that would be fun.
If we like visited every park and had to do a certain number of rides, or I don't know. I would also like to do the early. No. I'd like to do the Epcot fireworks bolt up out of there and make it to Fantasmic as well. Because Epcot fireworks would be at 9, late Fantasmic would be 10:30. There'd be plenty of time as long as the Skyliner didn't act up. That'd be fun. And I mean, that wouldn't be no huge deal, but I'd like to do it.
That'd be fun to try.
So,
would be fun.
All right, we'll get off here. Fun. Thank y'all, YouTubers and TikTokers, for tuning in.
For listening to our ramble.
And we will have some videos coming out, and we'll have some more stuff coming out on. You could do a Disney Park Challenge, 4 parks in one. Maybe the rules are you needed to ride. That would be cool. I like that because that would change it up.
I do like that.
That would be a ride, a character. I need to do something with characters too. I've
already told you what I wanted to do.
Maybe it would be like meet every character in one park or something. Yeah. I don't know, but we need to come up with something like that.
Because I don't know if you were on here, Abigail, or not, but I said I wanted to buy the golden books, like all the princess golden books, and take them with us and have each of the princess sign their own book. I think that would be really cool. For us to have, or Joanna to have,
And the Epcot video we did, I think it was when, I don't remember which festival. Was it when this one started? But where we taste tested a bunch of stuff. That was a funner video.
The food and wine one, I think was what.
Is that the video? I don't know, but
so.
One of those I liked. But I don't know. I struggle. I also want to do like some deep dive videos or history videos, but they take forever because most of them you got to find like old footage of stuff. Mm-hmm. that ain't gonna get me in trouble with like copyright and then all kind of stuff. But I'd like to do some Haunted Mansion and pirate stuff at some point.
Joanna has a cute little voiceover video of her Haunted Mansion ride.
That's what we should probably do is like today we're going to get as many character signatures as humanly possible and go.
And go.
And just figure out, I mean, Epcot's got a ton.
Tons.
That would probably not be as busy as Magic Kingdom. So maybe try Epcot and like Hollywood Studios and see what we could get done. Or maybe more than that.
That's true.
That might be a fun video.
I'll have to put that in your notes.
Put it in the notes. But anyway, I struggle with like, sometimes I do want to do some videos where it's like, we're doing this all excited and like we go separate ways and but other times I want to do like, this is going to be laid back. We're going to eat some food and tell you that some of it sucks. And then other times it's really busy and we can't.
We're going to be honest.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really busy and we can't do nothing. So,
no.
And then this past time killed me because I didn't have a voice for one whole day. And I felt kind of not awful, but not great the day before. So I was just kind of like.
Killed me too. Because I was like, what?
And then maybe we could do, like, we're going to see as many shows as possible today. And go knock out Animal Kingdom, jump over.
Still can't believe that there are shows that we have not seen.
Yeah.
Like the Indiana Jones show that we say we're going to see every single time.
Yeah.
I've seen it. You haven't seen it.
No. But, I mean.
It's good, though.
I need to watch some. I mean, I've seen some Indiana Jones stuff. I need to watch it again. That'd probably get me excited.
I haven't.
But I think now we should do. I got all kinds of stuff buzzing. Right now we should do.
Me?
It's everybody.
Oh.
If you want to. Eating the alphabet in Disney World. These are good ideas.
These are good, Abigail.
We got to get Abigail on like speed dial and be like, we just pulled up to Animal Kingdom. What do we do?
Because when we get there, we're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Abigail, you're going with us one day.
I want to eat, and this is like the lowest ranked restaurant at Epcot, but the Coral Reef restaurant. I almost booked us there for lunch when we went to Garden Grill, but you can see the fish and stuff, but most people say it sucks.
Oh.
So I don't want to waste like a good dinner there, but maybe a lunch
Maybe
we could
a
try
lunch.
and see if it's as bad.
Although some of the other places that say it's sucked.
Yeah,
we've liked it.
they said Tony's was bad, and I love
We
Tony's.
love it.
So what if we did like on All Ears where they have like like they'll have to do these challenges and somebody will be at home, Abby will be at home like telling us whatever on your next challenge.
On your next challenge.
You must sneak in and steal Buzzy's head. Or whatever. And like anyway, I'm just talking on it, but you know what I mean.
When we become rich, we're just gonna bring Abigail with us.
Abby, are you free this weekend? Anyway, I don't even know what I was going to say.
That we're leaving. We're getting off.
You need to tell Abigail that her item will be shipped.
I told him to print me a shipping label yesterday, but it was really late and I was going to bed.
Nope. I got to know what size box and a weight.
True.
I can't just print a label.
It's light. It's ears.
Yeah, but is it this big? Is it this big?
Oh, I guess I do need to find a box. I'm sorry.
I'm
a slacker. I've had those since
2 months or something.
I think
or
I bought
longer.
them in February.
My God.
I'm pretty sure I bought them in February. I'm sorry, Abigail.
Abigail will never go to Disney with us.
She's the one that she's like, don't buy those for me. And I was like, I'm going to. And I did. I just hadn't sent them. And you're going to Disney like what, next month?
That's what I'm saying.
They're on the way. You will have them. Fingers crossed. By next week.
I can print a label in 2 seconds. I just need to know what
I
they're
got to
going
find
in.
a box.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're getting off for real.
All right, we'll get off here. Stop our TikTok first. How do you stop the TikTok?
All right, TikTok. Thank y'all for watching our rambling tonight. Have a good night.
I feel like the TikTok is neat, but it's just a lot of people scrolling. I will say.
And it's like we get like.
Some weird.
What was it?
Huh?
What did I say? 3.3.
We made 3 cents.
We made 3 cents on our TikTok live tonight.
But I don't even know. I mean, I didn't know that we would make any money on TikTok, but we've made like in total like 26 cents.
All right, Abigail. I know. It was nice chatting. It's a good way to make us get off.
Yeah.
Tell us good night. Because we'll just sit here and talk all night.
Bye. All right, we'll get off here. Let me figure out what I got to do.
Bye.